Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to RimWorld Ye Olde Knights, where we are currently planting some beautiful pink blossom trees. We are roaming the halls with our pet lynx. We are making clothing. We are just living life out here. In this episode right now, it's still very early in the morning. King George hasn't even had his large bowl of hearty stew, so we're going to start off with that today. And since spring has finally sprung again, we are going to begin by planting a lot of crops, such as cotton that we will use to make beautiful clothing and many rugs. Things sure are peaceful right now at Rat's Mountain. The king and queen all snuggled up warm together in bed. Our lynx, Harry, snuggled up in his little bed staying warm. What a beautiful night. But you know what keeps things peaceful and beautiful around here? Our walls and our defenses. So I am going to begin today by also adding a third layer onto our walls in case we are sieged. Or just in case somebody comes with a set of grenades looking to blow down the door. And if they blow down the door, they're going to come and take the king's sweet fanny. And by fanny, I mean the king's sweet ass. But anyhow, we ended up also enslaving one of those filthy royalty from the Empire faction. We also made her renounce her title. You know, one day you're sipping wine with your king, and then the next you're cleaning the floors for another. That's how life goes. Or, you know, so they tell me at least. We made her some nice garments, like a hood, a cloak, and a beautiful shimmering slave collar, and then we put her to work by smoothing our walls. I ended up deciding as well that it would probably be the perfect time to go ahead and send people out to deal with that psychic droner that a bunch of pirates had set up nearby to try and drive us mad. Oh, what sorcery. The caravan gathered near the border of our lands, and then they set sail. Well, sort of. They kind of just marched towards it, but set sail sounds better. It didn't take them too long, and they finally arrived there at the psychic droner, and we found a bunch of freakishly inbred pirates guarding the place. Well, that's kind of what we suspected, though. George gave a rally cry to motivate the troops, and then we marched into battle. We started shooting pirates left and right, and they were bleeding, they were crawling, they were begging, and eventually they decided to flee. But those inbred beasts were pretty fast, and some of them got away, unfortunately. But that was okay because we could still destroy the psychic droner, which was basically the whole reason we came out here. And then back at home, I seen Brex out in the field, and I realized during this recording, and I think in a later episode, that Brex is not our queen. Well, I guess Brex is temporarily our queen at this time, but it's supposed to be Busto. I don't know why, but Brex apparently has the queen's crown on and queen's royal plate armor. So I apologize, foolish move on my part. But we can debate a royal role change later. We have a bunch of pharaohs dropping in from transport pods nearby, and they're ready to rock our socks. I suppose nobody told those pharaohs we don't wear socks, and we're gonna kick their asses. The fools attempted to make their way through our murder hall, but our traps quickly dealt with them, and they basically all died right there in the mud, choking to death on mud and or blood. Except for this fool who we shot to death. After the raid was over, though, we went back to working on our kingdom and expanding our keep. We began building roads and started digging into the mountain even more so we could build, I suppose, what would be a medieval hospital where we could treat our wounded. We had a large trade caravan coming to our keep, though, and they would also accept all of our shitty little weapons that we had acquired from the pharaohs, the outlanders, so on and so forth, so we went ahead and sold those to them. And they actually sold us some royal-plated armor, which, once again, I would accidentally give to Brex, not knowing. So technically, in this episode, and I think the next episode, Brex is our temporary queen for the moment. Yeah, that's right, temporary queen. Yeah, I definitely didn't accidentally make a mistake and confuse Brex with Busto or anything like that. I meant to do this. Sometime later, we seen these great white beasts approaching our keep, and we just thought to ourselves, how mighty would it be if we just killed them, cut their heads off, and then kind of mounted them in the king's room, or maybe in the dining hall, or something like that. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to beat the Thrumbos in hand-to-horn combat, so we would have to trick them into coming through our murder hall, where we could blast them with bullets and eventually kill them. Lucky for us as well, the trade caravan was here, and they were more than happy to help us with these vicious animals that we definitely did not provoke. Yeah, that's it. The Thrumbos are vicious and they started chasing us. Never mind the fact that I'm pretty sure they're probably herbivores, but who cares? Our royalty and our nobility will now be known as Thrumbo Slayers. We will cut these beasts up and we will mount their heads around our keep. We went ahead and cut the Thrumbos' heads off, and our colonist Lumi started stitching them up and nailing them to a nice piece of mahogany wood. Or maybe it was hickory, who knows? It could be driftwood for all I care, as long as it's beautiful and we can hang it up somewhere. I decided, since killing this Thrumbo was a team effort, I would go ahead and put it in our great hall so everyone could admire it. But folks, that is going to be it for this episode, RimWorld Ye Olde Knights, Part 5. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to say, I do apologize for, giving that armor and the crown to Brex by accident. It truly was meant for Busto. I guess I just got confused because Brex is next to George on the thing, and, they've all been wearing this medieval armor that looks super similar the whole time, and I think maybe that's kind of what threw me off. But we'll just call it as a temporary queen. We saw fit to give Brex the armor and the crown for a temporary short period of time, and then Busto is eventually going to kind of realize, hey, I'm the wife of the king, and I deserve that. I'm his wife, so maybe that's how we'll think about it. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I really appreciate you guys. You are absolutely wonderful and awesome, and I appreciate the support on the channel and the series. We're getting a lot of new people with this series, and I love to see it, man. I love to see all you guys, and thank you for joining the community. I just want to say I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, every single one of you, old and new. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.